And so Firefox has now restarted itself. So we've now managed to install the Google Global extension. It's not quite so simple as that. We want to search locally. We do have to make a few configurations within the plugin itself. So if we go back to Firefox, then we can see this is installed. If we were to bring that back up, go to our tools and check our add-ons, we should see there is Google Global nicely installed, and we'll be configuring the options shortly. But I'm just going to show you what happens now when we do a search. To do this, we need to move across to google.com. So we don't see our context menu from this site, but once we've done a search, so was it dentist in Boston there, we'll go ahead and do a search, and now we get this menu here, search Google Global, and if we were to choose one of these options, USA, UK, Ireland, Canada, Australia, these are the ones that come predefined with this plugin, this extension. If we look for USA, then we do start to see some different AdWords ads. So here's one, for instance, at number 1, Dental Partners of Boston, which we can see is very clearly the right Boston we want. It's not Boston, Lincolnshire, which is vaguely near me in the UK. This is definitely Boston, Massachusetts. So we're getting there, but this still isn't quite the same as the ads that we'd see if we were physically located, if our IP address was within the Boston region. So that's okay. There's an easy way to deal with this. If we look at Google Global again, then we need to go to this show options here. And by default, this is set up with the common searches USA, UK, Ireland, Canada, and Australia, which are quite useful, and other useful things like depersonalizing search results. Because the last thing we want is to have results personalized by our recent searches, which Google will often try and do. So we need to add a new search for the area we actually want. So we'll call this search Boston for ease of doing it. We want to search within the google.com domain. Our region code we can grab, it's actually just slightly off the screen here. For North America it tends to be US-CA, so let's put that in. Our country code, well, that's going to be US, that's the common 2-letter abbreviation. And now our city is going to be Boston, but we need to find the numeric code for it. And we can grab this by clicking on the link here. And it will open up this page. Let's bring this back into view so we can see it all and zoom back out. So where do we want our city code for? There we have Boston, and as you see, we don't want Boston in the UK. We want Boston there, 1018127. So let's copy that. Go back across to our extension, which will just minimize that window because it's hiding behind. Add the city code in there, and that should be everything we need to set up. We've got the option of adding a zip code, which could be useful if we want to drill down even further, or an IP address. That's less obviously useful, and various other options. For instance, if we wanted the results in a different language, we could put that in there. All we do in that case, we'd look at the address of the Google site and grab some of the extensions. But for the point of view now, we'll save that and choose OK, and we should now have our new option appearing in the menu here, search Google Global for Boston. So let's give it a go, fingers crossed, that this is what we would see if we were located physically within the Boston area in our AdWords ads. So unsurprisingly, we still see that competitor there at the top and various others appearing there now. Yes, that one is clearly in Boston itself, and a few others look like a fairly generic ad. We could easily put something in that's more specialized, good landing page, and outbeat that one, get some business that way. And we see quite a few possibilities there to explore with people who already have a dental practice and a competitive site. So this may not be the best thing to do. We could of course search as well without the keyword Boston, because just by the pure nature, what would you get if you search for dentists without that addition? And we wouldn't see so many things specifically related to Boston. Just imagine how many of your potential your customers, dental practices, don't realize this, and so you could outrank them by somebody based in the Boston area who was purely searching for the word dentist. So Okay, here is one which is clearly worked out. It's the same ad we saw before, I think, the 1-800 number that were in Boston, so you get the specifics there. But all these rest are fairly untargeted. Look, there's nothing. Perhaps I don't know what the appropriate area code is, but this looks like it may be slightly outside the Boston area. But all the rest of these, you're even getting down to, okay, Yellow Pages, very generic, Google's local service. One down here for Albany, California, I presume that is. So they're fairly untargeted. So somebody just going ahead and searching for the word dentist who's based in the Boston area, they will get all these very untargeted ads. So if we take this to our offline partners and try and promote, it shows straight away that we know what we're doing, and we can potentially easily use AdWords to give a more focused target landing page and to outrank these ads. So hopefully you've seen that. It's a very powerful tool for looking at different areas that you may want to move into, and for going through very quickly a number of possible niche markets and offline areas for your promotion. So that was local AdWords search secrets. We've looked at why we may want to search outside our area. We've looked at the Google Global extension for Firefox, really easy to install, a 2-minute job. You then just have to add in your preferred local areas to the search, and you can take out all those ones you don't use, like Ireland, if you think it's not going to be a locality that you're going to be searching very often. And then we looked at a simple search. I'm sure you'll do many more. So thanks for joining me today. I've been Tom Lancaster from tomlancaster.com. That's THOMLANCASTER.com. And I'll speak to you again soon.